Welcome everyone, how's it going? Scrembo here with another great video presentation and another episode of PEPEcoin price prediction. At this time we go for May 2024. We did talk about the April one, you can see that on my channel, and I'd like to share with you the perspective for the next month as well, especially after we printed 20% increase in the last 24 hours. PEPEcoin is doing great. Just like you can see, the meme coins are actually reacting very well, and we're about to confirm a final exit out of the market correction, which is a great sign for recovery, of course. So before we continue with other things, BTC must be the one we do the research quite quickly. We're holding the line. I've talked about it in the last videos. We're holding the zone of demand, which is keeping the market structure with a possibility of breakout above 70 grand, right? So every time we have confirmed on the $60,000 support and demand zone, we went above 70 grand, which is also the first target right now. To that encircled area, that's what we're hunting for the last days of April 2024 as well, probably the beginning of May. The idea is that if you successfully break out, you got to be careful as the confirmation must appear quite quickly above, otherwise it's possible of reversal at 76, 77 grand out there. So that just grabs the liquidity and puts people on a, FOMO, and then markets could reverse from there as well. So it is difficult what's going to happen above. We gotta find out at that very time. Yet for the moment, we definitely look to get into the 70, 71 grand and see for a potential breakout. For those of you that enjoy trades, I do have my BTC trade still running around. It's going great. I'm having a good time with this, have not exited out of it, and we're enjoying it. If you would want to be part of my trades, you can definitely do so without any prior fees, just a commission from the pure profits made, including the one-on-one coaching if you're serious about crypto world and would like to go down for financial freedom. I'll talk about these two things at the end of the video. Now it's time for PEPEcoin May price prediction, and we clearly see how nicely we have spiked into the supply zone at the top that kept the entire structure back in the day very, very well, until we managed to, create a massive sell-off pressure, plus the Middle East issues came out down the road. So those tensions have put together some more panic events around the space, yet the meme coins cannot survive. If you saw the chart of the BTC surviving nicely, meme coins cannot survive such pressure, and they do fail by holding levels like that, meaning they get into the liquidity games. That triggers more and more stop losses, trailings, and liquidations down the road, putting together massive decreases in the price action, and a very, very good opportunity with this cryptos to buy on limit orders. For example, anyone that was bidding this lows as a limit order is actually entering in the low of the structure. And at this very moment, let's put together from the middle of the zone, which didn't represent any difficult price to enter and trade with that. Was actually the easiest place to get into. It's already 52% basically. Whether you put that on a 2x leverage, you have 100% on your margin in the first 7 days of trading from there. And now you can already play with the stop losses. Now you can already secure your positions, and you already had many days since you got into the trade to secure your position very, very well. PEPEcoin is in a current shape that is definitely not looking to be bearish. Yeah, it might pause from the rally, might pause for a couple of candles here or there. The idea is, essentially you're gonna come with this trending lines like this. I haven't continued with them, but the idea is where the combination comes in and the mixture around the 700s. That's the place where resistance could be triggered on a bigger scale. So the idea here is to somehow reclaim basically the current supply. This supply sits between 600s and 640. Somehow reclaim that. And if you tend to reverse back to it, get yourself a very strong transformation and rotation of support. So the energy becomes positive right there, and is going to force basically the pump into our target that still remains for the moment between 800s and 850s. That's what I'm targeting. Cannot target higher levels even though there is so much room, especially for the upper supply, simply because I would have to accept a high level of speculation that is at the moment nonsense. I would actually get closer to that price section and be able, based on the behavior of the market, indicators, and many other things that I consider, especially when it comes down to trading, there is a lot more that you consider than what you see on the charts here. So when we get to that position of getting closer and closer to those price sections, then we can actually speak around it. This is what's happening for the moment. We definitely need to somehow transform the current supply zone that we're actually dealing with and fighting with at 600 into our demand zone. So a rotation of liquidity must come in, and a change of role as well for PEPEcoin in the upcoming days and weeks, probably getting into May 2024. That target at 850s is not bad, folks. Even from here, like as we speak, 850s is 42%. Give me that on a 2x leverage, and I am, 85%. 85% on my margin, folks. In a couple of days, you can achieve that, 7-10 days around that margin. It's achievable, it's feasible. PEPEcoin delivered something that, changed the whole picture. PEPEcoin delivered in 18 days, 750%. So a lot of you made money with this. I've been a trade. I got out earlier than the 750%. I've been holding Pepe on spot, but I also had students that were doing 2x leverage, quite large sizes, and there's been students that made more than $500,000 during that 18 days from small portfolios, relatively smart portfolios. 2x leverage, 3x leverage guys out there, even 5x leverage guys out there that catch the good entry and then the rally started and didn't exit it basically after 100, 200, 300% movements. When you deal with an altcoin like this, which is unpredictable how hard it's going to move, simply and honestly, folks, it's unpredictable how hard it's going to move. Something that becomes more and more predictable is when you have a market structure that you can rely on past activity, especially if that is near to you historically. That's something that you can deal with, such as the current case scenario. But if we get to talk about the all-time highs, these things can go in a very, very wild place. Parabolically and crazy in a liquidity game. There's a lot of the people that are looking to short such cryptos during the time they are pumping, and this is quite crazy. But honestly speaking, there is a lot of the people trying to do that, not with big money, because it's not part of that category of traders that have big money and they do that. Obviously, we're talking about the retail guys that do not have the knowledge of trading, yet they have the sufficiency and the credibility to perform like this. What I can suggest you is to grab education, grab professional education before you proceed on the markets, before you give away your profits. Reinvest in your education, part of your profits, reinvest in other services and things that should be helping you. Check out this video till the end to find out more, folks. Have a good time, enjoy yourselves, and check out the coaching program, including the done-for-you trading, to discover more about it. And now I would like to talk for those of you that believe in education and care about their performance. So it's time to share more details about my one-on-one coaching program. This is done with me live, where I'll take you by hand, just like I said, and teach you how to trade from A to Z, which means starting from the mindset psychology side into the technical analysis, understanding the language of the market, encrypting the charts, and being familiar with the language in terms of what does the market communicates with you. Understand the whole process and then know how to react to those messages that the markets are delivering to you guys. Knowing how to react obviously is a sophisticated process. How to trade, when to trade, what to trade, when to exit, how to exit, and how to deal with an active trade. All the situations that are considered complex and a trader needs to know. Whether we talk about part-time or full-time trading, it doesn't matter. What matters is you need to increase your educational level in order to perform in the markets correctly and most likely in a predictable way. Trading is not gambling, not at all. Trading is a type of activity where a person is trading an asset when the probabilities of a direction are very high. So he has the ability to recognize those moments when a probability compared to the other, so a energy of bullishness or bearishness, is having a very, very strong possibilities of going into a direction. This is when a trader steps in and it is in advantage towards the market, so he's trying to make money with that. That's the whole idea of the process. It's definitely not something that has a very, very high level of unknown and random outcome at all the times. No, there are situations like that as well. I can confirm that. Been trading since 2014 full time. But the idea is that there are situations where the randomness or the unpredictability is not high. And that makes the spots for the traders. So check out the video to understand how does it work. Register now for a free conversation with me, a one-on-one coaching where I'll take you by hand between 4 to 6 weeks and teach you how to trade on Zoom conversations with homework, with exercises, with everything that is needed. Just like for the completely done for you on the trading side, if you'd like to be part of my trades, you can definitely do so without any prior fees. Just a commission from the profits we earn. Commission is paid by you every 7 days. This is my journey. You can check out the links in the description area, in the comments area for everything. It's completely done for you. We are using our ChatGPT bot for trading. It helps us to perform, it helps us to run the analysis, and it helps for the accuracy side. So it's done through API trading permission, and it's simple, straightforward. I can explain you more. Just reach out to me if you think this is a good option for you. Have a good time around it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll talk to you soon.